Welcome back, everybody, to episode 33 of Let's Build Maleficent's Forbidden... Well, this is Forbidden Mountain right now. The fortress, I think, is done. And I am, of course, that brown bat. I am doing well. How are you? Okay, so... this is take 2 because in the first take I rambled on. No, we're not going to do any rambling as much. So, right here I am continuing on where I left off. Alright, so if you remember in the last episode, I figured out the floor level. So we fixed that, so now we're just fixing up some odds and ends with gaps and pieces. We're almost done, but I make this look more complex than it actually is because I was not thinking correctly. First of all, those block pieces that I had in there, if you're going to do this from scratch, make sure you don't go in and fill any gaps in until the end. Just focus on the cliff pieces, the mountain curve, those pieces, right? So as you see, or as you will see, I'm going to make the same mistake probably 3 times. And for some reason, not thinking that all I had to do was leave it on playback. Like I did right there, right? And put the pieces in where I needed them. I mean, this is just, I don't like watching myself not be on top of the ball here. So I should not do what I'm doing here. Everything that I'm doing is the wrong way. So, I mean, it's still the right way, you get the right results, okay? But it's not efficient. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm not going to rip this apart, of course, because I ended up with the right result, right? So I think I'm gonna this build of how to make it needs to be its own special video. How to make a serpentine mountain without messing up. Because the replayer, once it's on play, I can delete a piece, put in what I want, like right here, right? All I had to do, see where it's, all I had to do is delete that. All I had to do was delete that piece and put that piece in there. But here I go again. Oh, okay. Maybe I'm doing it right. Now what am I doing? Boy. All right, so it's, see, look right there. It's the same thing we had before. Stop. Play. No, don't clear it. See, I'm trying to remember where it would go, and without any frame of reference, it's hard to see, right? So now I have to delete the top part, but I could have done this so much easier. So I'm gonna, this is gonna have its own special. I might not do the entire mountain. I'll probably have it go down to the left and then back down, instead of to the left and back down again, you know, for the tutorial. And you guys can do what you want, because this is a very it's a popular concept in castle art, I would say, or Gothic castle art. You see it in, at least in the American box art for the first Castlevania game. I don't know if there's a winding road, but it was on top of a mountain. Snake Mountain has similar pathway going up it from He-Man, the 1980s filmation He-Man. I don't know what they've done after that. I never watched that. And a lot of art on like DeviantArt or whatnot. I'm trying to think. I know there's more that had pathways going up to the castle like that, but I can't think of anything. I'm not sure if the Black Cauldron, maybe. I don't know. But there is a simpler way to do what I'm doing here. Instead of grabbing hold of pieces, AC came out and had to turn it off. So I have a better way than just grabbing a hold of pieces and doing what you've been seeing. So let's kind of trial and error what I did for the last 6 minutes and for the next few minutes, I believe. So we should be good on that side. Yep, so the floor is going to go right in there, and you're not going to see any of the stuff on the bottom underneath that. So we still have to the right. Is that where I'm going? Or where am I going? I'm leaving that there in case I messed up, I guess. We have this. Why do I feel like we did visit this side? That's right, because I had to go down some more, and we're doing it again. Hooray! We're doing it again because of mistakes. Yes, you're done there. Now fix the corner there so people can get on with their lives. Alright, start over from scratch. Really is what it's going to end up doing. The next one to the left, or to the right. Come on. To the whatever. To the right, go to the right. Go to the right and get those 2 pieces. Maybe you don't need them. Yeah, it's not going to fit. You have to clear. You have to stop and then delete the pieces. Clear it out, see if everything's moved. Come on, man. How come my past self doesn't listen to my future self? You ever have that problem? Or is it just me? Alright, so put that in there. Delete those blocks. Get them out of there and never put them back. I'm thinking when I actually go through and delete those blocks to skip over it. I mean to like fast forward past that part. You know, like Mr. Video and Spaceballs.
No, go past this part. In fact, never play this again.
What are we looking at? We're looking at now, sir. Oh boy. We got it. We got it. That was less painful than the first try. So, all right. We're only 9 minutes in. We got that gap right there, or is that? Do we not need that? All right. So the next thing is lining these up. The floor. I thought that one gap was was a problem, and apparently it's not. It's going to be covered up by the floor. So I want to get this, I'm trying to get this in the middle, but then I think I decide, well, you'll see. I want to get it split in the middle, and then as best I can. And if you see, I want it lined up with the collision block of at least one of them, because I don't want to go halvesies, because I want it to be symmetrical. So come on, put it down. Put it down. Stop waiting. Put it down. All right, don't put it down. Then I think, yeah, we're going to go in the middle between those two and then go from there. So I got that lined up. That's how I was lining it up with that center where those two meet, that, you know, see where the line is yellow? That's what I was trying to do. Just make sure everything's lined up. And then, of course, I use that to get everything perfect in line. So now it's in line. I can delete those two and extend everything forward. And what I'm going to do is go out to the left and to the right. But here, for some reason, I decide, I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to go into the hex discs and try Victor's experiments, which I was thinking, because it's dark, and if I had a dark floor, then that would look better when I put the mountains in there. However, that's not what I'm going to do. And I try another thing as well, and that doesn't work either. And I mean, it works, it just doesn't look right. So it doesn't work for me. It might work for you. Yeah, so of course it looks like barren land, but it also looks like patchwork. Of course, that's what it's supposed to look like. But you really can't see the ground at all in the movie, in the 59 film. What you see is like smoke and clouds and mist or whatnot. So now here, this is not what you're, unless you've modded it. I found a texture that looked like sand or dirt. Oh, what it is Spider-Man Streets. That's a color variant. And it doesn't have the web. I believe it's either that or Incredible Hulk without the... I believe it's Spider-Man though. But anyway, it's all gray. And it looks like cinder, I guess, or ash. But it still didn't look right to me. So, and yeah, so we're not going with it. I'm just telling you that now. We're going back to Buried Treasures. So don't worry about whether or not you have this. And I will always try my best to give you the alternate options. Except when I do a New York or London or whatever you want to call city build with the mods, because there's really no alternate way of doing that. But for the most part, if I have a mod and I'm doing a Let's Build, I'm going to tell you how to do it if you don't have the mod to get pleasing results to yourself. I'm not using this though. Why is that red? Because I didn't go over far enough with the trigger area. Yeah, so if I was using this, I would recommend using Frankenweenie or Victor's Experiments, whatever you want to call it. I would recommend that because it's gray, it's lifeless, it's dead. But I'm not. I'm going to go back to sand which is going to take time to redo it, to retexture it. So I'm going to skip past that part when I get to it. But all in all, the point right now is putting these pieces in there and filling the gaps. And all right, so now we got, what do we got? 4x4 or 4x5? I'm not sure. So we don't want to leave it flat. So we're going to put a bridge extending out, and for some reason I thought it would be cool to put holes in the bridge. Now here I'm using Dusty Crop Hopper, and you can use what? Dusty Crop Hopper. Except, you know, mine's going to look all like brick, because I wanted it to actually look like brick. Exterior and the floor as well, because I wanted it to look man-made and not natural. I don't remember what it was in the movie. This is just my particular preference when I was building this. And then we need to go along the edge and put cliffs. Now, we're going to encounter something here that's not that big of a deal. Alright, so this is where I go back to buried treasure, because I don't want this to look like brick. I want it to be natural. Alright, so it being natural clashes with that modded texture that I already used. So that's why we're going to change that. So that doesn't fit there. Did it? No, it didn't. So I have to compensate for this not lining up perfectly, so I'm just doing that. But really, I think, I can't remember. Maybe I should shut up until I remember, right? So I'm putting these in here, and the current state still looks like this. I'm actually thinking about not doing it this way, but this is something you can do if you want to get, yeah. No, we're not going to turn a corner. No, don't turn the corner. Please don't tell me I went through and turning it. I don't remember making that as final. Why did you do that? So now I'm like, oh, let's see if it actually lines up to the end. It should. They're all lining up. Lines up, lines up, lines up. All right, so I don't know why I put that bend there. I don't know. We're not using it. Maybe it was just nope, I'm actually thinking about using it for something. Oh, I know what I was gonna see. Yeah, it's one of those things where you start thinking. I was gonna see if I made it a swirly S, like a curved S pattern road. Then I started thinking, let's go back to use those small ones and make it like there's holes in the road. And honestly, the horse didn't like it when I brought the horse in to ride the horse. He said, if you keep putting those curved pieces in there, I'm going to knock you off and stomp on you. No, he didn't say that. Horses can't talk. Unless your name's Wilbur, and he'll talk to you. Wilbur. That was a stupid joke. Anyway. See, it definitely doesn't even fit with the mountain, so... And how the texture... You can see it was Hulk, not Spider-Man, because the imprints in the ground. And it had something to do with the scaling of the retro material that made the Hulk texture do that. So when I remember and have time, I'm probably going to change it back to retro because I do not like that surface at all. Or change this something. All right, now I've decided. Here's the part where I've decided to get rid of the long, skinny pieces and put in the walls. And I've been talking about this for the last couple episodes. So what I'm going to do is go back through the entire build and delete all the long, skinny pieces and replace them with wall pieces where applicable. Like here, it only goes down 2, so I'm probably not going to do that. Oh, it does go down 3. Well, why didn't you? I guess it didn't matter, huh? What am I thinking? I don't know. Anyway, this is something that you really don't need a tutorial on, so I'm going to skip past this part. And I will resume when I'm finished. Alright, well, I got them all in. And there's nothing left in this video except to just watch me fly around and look at the progress we've made so far. But yeah, putting those pieces in, I mean, that was just so simple. Everything was the same thing going all around, taking those pieces out, putting them back in. If they didn't fit, then use a trigger area. And if it's so close to the bottom, then don't use a wall, then use the long skinny piece. But all in all, or for the most part, you want to use the wall pieces to save on pieces. I tried to use another word, so I didn't say pieces, but give me some recent pieces. Right? So, on the top of the watchtower, we're quite up a ways, but anyway, remember, keep on building, and until next time, wait, I said that wrong. Until next time, remember to obey the speed limit. So next time we're going to change the floor again, of course, because see how bad that looks? The texture is just so repeating. What am I doing now? I thought I was done. Ah, we're going to check out the Sky Dome. Yeah, Sinister's Takeover Sky, and it's blue, and the movie it's green. The movie is green, so we have a couple green themed toy boxes, but or skies, but they're sci-fi. So probably not going to use. I mean, I guess maybe you could use. Maybe we'll test it out with the Cybug Swarm. But I wanted to get this view for the thumbnail. I'm just going around. I thought I seen some where the textures do some things. I was just getting an up close view, but anyway, yeah. What do you think? Coming along pretty good. Yeah, the texture, the shadow on the textures. When you go out of the distance, it changes. That's because of the LODs, the LODs. I think it's called light on display. I'm not sure what it stands for, but it has to do with the lighting will change the further away you go, so the resolution will drop, so you will get, so it'll be easier on memory. That's what that is. That's why the lighting gets worse or the shading, I should say. The shading texture gets worse as you go further away from your project because the LODs reduce. Anyway, I almost quoted Johnny Millennium, but I guess I'm going to do that anyway. Anyways, guys, until next time. Thanks everybody for watching. Don't forget to give me a like before you click out. And also, if you're not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Do it now! And click the bell icon if you want to know what I'm up to before I even know what I'm up to, because it helps you see into the future. And I just made that up. Until next time, this is That Brown Bat reminding you to keep on building.
We'll just see what happens next time, won't we?